Oh, wonderful family. Hello, wonderful family. Another glorious day and another beautiful opportunity to share the word with you. Hallelujah. Do you remember the man Joseph, one of the 12 sons of Israel? If you remember right, God gave him a vision. Basically, God told him stuff that would befall him, or what 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 his purpose was on the earth, right from when he was a little boy. And he became a favorite of his father. And his father made him a coat of many colors. Now, what was that purpose God made him for? Do you remember that it was based on purpose that this boy went telling his brothers of the visions he had seen? That basically he was going to be a ruler, was going to be a leader, a prime minister, so to speak, a kingdom administrator of wealth and finances in the earth. Now, after God told him or gave him such clear visions of his future, was his journey to that future a walk in the park or a cakewalk? No. He went through tortuous routes before eventually that came to be. And along the line, in going through those routes, those detours, at any point in time, he could have reasoned with himself that I guess this vision was a pizza dream and forgotten about, and just said, let's forget about this and choose to remain or dwell in the present circumstances of dismay and despair. But no, like Jesus, who for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. He knew whom he had believed. He knew who had told him about his future, and he held on to that dream. Now notice that every step of the way when misfortune befell him, before he eventually collided with destiny, that the Bible records that God was with him. When he was thrown into the pit by his brothers, the Bible lets us know that God was with him in the pit. When he was sold into slavery and got to Potiphar's house, the Bible makes us understand that God was with him. As a slave, would you count in our contemporary world now, would we look at that outside of what God has said there and know that God was with him? Wouldn't most of us be complaining? Look at if I'm walking in the will of God, look at the payment I'm receiving, being encumbered. I'm made a slave. I was freeborn until I started professing what God had said, and look at me now, a slave, getting from bad to worse. As if that wasn't enough, Potiphar's wife set him up and got him imprisoned. He barely escaped with his life and was thrown into jail, fettered. Bible records also that God was with him. How do you juxtapose the two? Going from bad to worse, and then somebody telling you that God is with you. Going through all those discouraging, despairing situations and circumstances of despondency. But God was with him. The fact that you are in the will of God does not preclude you from being tested. And the fact that you are being tested does not mean that Jehovah has left you. On the contrary, as long as you hold on to his promise for you, he's there with you, because he would never leave you nor forsake you. At the end of the day, what happened to Joseph? Who at the appointed time, the set time that was immovable, he was recognized. In one day, he went from prisoner to prime minister, from prison to palace. One day, at the set time. Now, like I said, if at any point in time he had chosen to let go of that vision, he would never have attained to the promise. The way it is put in the book of Hebrews chapter 3, chapter 4, verse 1, he says that the same thing was preached. But those who heard it did not commingle it or mix it with trust, confidence, and belief. So it became useless to them. It didn't profit them. It didn't avail them anything. They didn't come out of the situation bettered, but rather worse, because they didn't mix it with confidence in that promise that was given. But you see, Joseph mixed it with confidence that despite what he was going through, he knew there was a promise made by one who cannot fail. That is the attitude you should take. That despite what you're going through, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, he who promised is faithful and he will bring it to pass. Hold on to it. Refuse to be swayed right or left, top or bottom. Hold fast and keep saying the same thing as he has said, as in that promise. God said, God said, God said. And what God said will come to pass in your life. God bless you. Hallelujah.